If you're concerned about elections, their thinking is you should be suppressed and, where possible, jailed. I want to talk about the January 6th committee hearings that took place this week. Now remember, it's in an illegitimate operation. There are no Republicans appointed by the minority, so it's a one-party operation that is the hallmark of totalitarian states. But the media, of course, is all in on this. They provided unprecedented coverage to the kangaroo court proceedings that were held for 90 minutes. I mean, that tells you what a fake hearing it was. It was 90 minutes. They really didn't have any substantive questions. It was all just propaganda. And of course, par for the course, they engaged in fraudulent representations of what happened on January 6th. And of course, their goal is to not only undermine President Trump, who is the putative candidate against Biden or whoever the Democrats nominate to replace Biden if he doesn't run, but it's also an attack on you. If you're concerned about elections, their thinking is you should be suppressed and, where possible, jailed. So we've got the Justice Department, for instance, refusing to protect the Supreme Court from illegal activity while going to town against people like Peter Navarro, a Trump aide who was just outrageously indicted for refusing to cooperate by asserting privilege with this 1-6 Rump committee, as I call it. And when you look up the word rump in this context, I don't mean rump in the vulgar sense of the term. I mean rump in the sense of a invalid portion of a body that doesn't have really any authority in any traditional sense of the word, or any lawful authority or moral authority. So I don't know what the left expects to get from these hearings other than to advance their efforts to interfere with elections, which is to stop efforts specifically to better secure elections, and frankly stop questions about what happened in 2020. I mean, we have a right to ask questions about our elections, about how they were run and how they will be run in the future. Now, I hope YouTube doesn't censor me again for talking about the elections of 2020, but, you know, we just had a whole hearing on it. And it's pretty clear that YouTube and the left in the media are doing the partisan favors for the Democrats and the left, who want to outlaw criticism of the way the elections were run. And one of the big words that they use, which is, I think, false, is they describe the efforts to, quote, overturn the elections. Now, I'm not aware of Trump or anyone in Congress, or frankly anyone who was significantly involved in this issue, who wanted to, quote, overturn any election. No one wants to overturn elections. That would be obviously anti-constitutional and something to be frowned upon. I mean, what his issue was whether or not that Trump and others could use federal and constitutional law and state law to try to get the result that they thought was the correct and lawful one vindicated. And the way you can do that is not only in the courts, but in the court of public opinion, and ultimately when it comes to the presidential contest in Congress, because Congress has to kind of bless the electoral college votes and the electoral counts. And that's what the issue was. So the idea that one side, you can't debate that issue is obviously absurd, especially since the left repeatedly challenged election results in past years. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.